don't hit stop, but I'm gonna restart, and then it's gonna be like we're starting now. Okay.
Okay.
Nothing we're doing is bad. I just don't think it's good.
Yeah.
I feel like it's awkward.
Okay. Yeah.
I feel like you're awkward.
Me?
You're being awkward to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I'm nailing it. You're bringing a vibe it's creeping people out. It's creepy. You're being creepy.
I'm bringing a creepy vibe.
You're being a creep. Yeah.
No.
I'd like you to stop.
It's like my number one fear.
Just to be a creep.
It's to be a creep.
Yeah, it's to be a bit of a perv.
Yeah.
I'm gonna name my child like Pervious or something, you know? And it's for short, it's just gonna be Perv.
Pervious is not.
It could be. Some celebrity named their kids fucking Apple. I can't name my son Pervious.
I can't name my son Pervert Son of a Bitch.
That's stupid. I'm not in the mood to podcast, but as I was saying before, I'm gonna still do it.
You're gonna pull through.
Yeah.
He's gonna pull himself up by his bootstraps, everyone.
Yeah. Okay, I'm getting ready. Do you want to check in before we start?
I suppose we should.
Okay, I'm stretching already. And that was not the yell I was expecting me to do. Thought it would be cooler sounding than that, but unfortunately, that's what we're working with here
Unfortunately, it's
on
just what
this
came out of my
very
body.
own podcast. And boom, hit a perfect little dab there.
Oh, I hit a whoa.
You hit a whoa, I hit a dab.
Yeah.
I'm doing it to each of these things right here. Boom, right there. Hey.
I'm flossing perfectly in time.
I can hear you doing it.
It's quite slow.
What
but
it's
perfectly
too
in
slow,
time.
and what you're doing is you're being creepy again.
Oh, sorry.
You're
Double
being
time.
a
Double
bit-
time when it fades out.
No, you can't. Ew, you're doing it too fast. You're bucking your hips back and forth. It's fucking creep. That's creep material. It's creep
Side
material.
to
It's cringe
side
material.
to side. Excuse you.
That's
There's
how.
no back and
I'll
forth
have you know
going
that's how I
on.
have sex. Okay. I never got the memo
Flossing moment.
that I'm supposed. Yeah, I didn't know you're supposed to buck your hips back and forth. I've been going side to side all along. There's the bit I'm doing. My micro dick. If I buck in back and forth, it falls out.
Don't. Oh my
Okay.
god. No.
It's
Stop.
too
All right.
small. I'm gonna cut
We're
all this
moving
out of the
on.
podcast. Okay. I'm really sleepy. I really hope I don't forget. But yeah, my little micro cock, I guess, is
Oh, I'm
So-
begging with you to stop.
it's so
talking.
small.
Listen.
I need to go side to side.
Oh my god.
I need to floss. I just kind of wiggle it. So I guess what I'm saying.
When will you stop? Every time I think you're gonna move on, and then you persist in saying something again. It's always with the saying something with you.
Welcome to the Microspace and the Ween. I am Mitch, one of your hosts.
I'm Billy Blossom, your lowly little co-host,
Co-host of the
slash
podcast.
secretary.
Secretary of the Flat Sound Inc. Incorporated.
Yeah.
And I guess you'll be our 94th guest.
Recurring guest, friend of the show.
Every
Yeah.
time you're on, you're like a new person. You're like a new you. And can we get a round of applause for Billy me on the show again? We just do one of those things.
The astounding thing is that I do it at such short notice every week.
Every Sunday I go, was someone else bailed? I need you to do the show again. Miss Blossom, can you do it? Can you make it happen?
Please don't say that you're busy. Weirdly, I never am.
Last fucking minute, Emma Watson bailed. Apparently, or something happened to her limo. Okay? We were supposed to have a Zoom call, and something happened to her limo, which fucked up her Wi-Fi. She wasn't gonna come. She wasn't gonna come to my house. We were still in trying times.
Of course.
She begged to come to my house. Did I mention that before?
No, I don't think you did.
Oh,
I don't think you did.
Emma Watson was begging to come to my house. Yeah.
Well, it is a pretty nice house.
It is. It's super nice.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Yeah.
There's
My favorite bit?
the moat.
the West Wing.
The 14th bathroom.
Probably the 7th floor. I don't know.
The drawbridge is my favorite part, personally. I live in
Oh,
Peach's
my
Castle.
favorite. Oh, the has to be the top turret. I suppose.
Whatever fucking thing that who's that chick with the long hair?
You're gonna have to narrow it down. More than that.
She's a princess. Goldie. No, what's her name?
Daisy.
Bro, long hair princess. There's a fucking Disney movie about her. What the fuck is her name?
Oh, Tangled.
Yeah, what's her
Rapunzel.
name? Rapunzel. Thank you.
Her name
Like,
isn't Tangled.
Oh, I get it. Entangled or whatever. I understand. I don't want to podcast today.
To be fair, well, you just said long hair.
Girl,
right?
blonde girl, dude.
Blonde girl, long hair is plenty of Disney princesses. You have to specify that it's
I have to
it's very
specify long
it's
hair.
very, very long.
That's her. That's her
Okay.
main shit. Is that it's long. I don't have to. If I go princess long hair, do you know how many people are saying Rapunzel off the jump? Who else was like, well, Pocahontas was about mid back. You might be. Oh, blonde
I
shit.
don't know, Elsa's was kind
Elsa's
of like
pretty-
in a plait. Yeah,
that's
it's
pretty
quite long.
If it's up usually, so I haven't seen
Yeah.
it down a lot. One of them is known for long hair. Yo, you're being creepy again, is what you're doing. You're being a bit of a creep. We have
I'm
a
sorry.
doozy of a show today, as you went and boldly tweeted.
I did.
You
I
boldly
posted
used
a
our.
spoiler, actually.
You posted a spoiler on our very own Twitter account, All the Space Pod on Twitter, if you want to follow. Don't. It is a really bad handle and probably the most inconsistent account.
And terrible content. Yeah.
Not good.
You think with a handle like that, you're like, well, that's as bad as it can get. But no.
You haven't seen the actual
the
tweets.
tweets. Yeah.
The tweets are
They're
bad
also
too.
bad. Yeah.
You went on there without my permission. Imagine a guest going on the Twitter account to a show that you're guest appearing on, and you just kind of take over their Twitter account for the day. You know how that happens? Like, hey, I'll be taking over the Instagram
takeover.
account. Of this thing. You did that today.
Yeah.
You did a takeover and you posted a tweet, a spoiler.
Yeah.
You
Except
made
I didn't really announce the takeover, so it was more like I guess a cybercrime.
it was it's not plagiarism. What is it called? I guess it's identity theft.
Yeah. Cybercrime. Yeah.
You made a bold claim that this show would be a doozy before we even recorded it.
I did. Yes.
So now we have to have a doozy of a show.
Let me tell you something. I don't know what the fuck a doozy is.
I think a doozy's an alcoholic beverage.
I heard someone say it
One time
in an old movie.
in an old little film.
And I don't know what the fuck it means.
What do you think the actual definition of doozy is?
Well, I actually looked it up
Oh
earlier.
my God.
Before I tweet, sometimes I get very anxious that I'm going to misspell very simple words.
Doozy's spelled with a silent H, actually. You dumbass.
It's like, is it an S? It can't be an S.
It's not an S,
Z.
it's a Z.
Yeah,
A
of
Z,
course.
if you will.
Yeah.
Doozy.
And I will. So I looked up the word doozy and I saw the definition for it.
Do you remember the definition?
I remember the gist.
Okay.
Oh, you're waiting for me to tell
Yeah,
it
what
to
is
you.
it? What's the
Oh,
gist?
God.
What's a gist? How do you spell gist? We just go on a rabbit hole. Oh, that's very perplexing. What's perplexing mean? What is the actual definition of what's serendipitous really?
What's the etymology of the word is what
Of
I
the
wanna
word
know.
serendipity.
Yeah.
What's doozy mean? Just tell me.
I
We
think
can start the
it
show.
says something like something of like unique and outstanding or something like that.
You nailed it.
Ooh,
Something outstanding or unique of its kind.
this brain of mine, so big.
I'm gonna let it shine.
This little brain of mine.
That's stupid. This little brain of mine. When you remember the definition of a word from like an hour ago.
But I learned
Yeah.
very recently.
The example I gave here is it's going to be a doozy of a black eye. So
yes.
we do have a doozy of an episode today. We have 3 questions. We're probably not going to get to all 3 of them unless we start right now. Let's actually start the time. How long have we been doing this shite for? Oof.
Oh God, 4 hours.
Jesus. We gotta.
We really got
I'll
sucked
edit
into that
this.
spelling thing.
I'll edit this so that it's a listenable episode. How are we at 4.5 hours? That's insane. We were talking about the word doozy for 3 hours and 45 minutes. We got 3 questions on the show. This is an advice email reading podcast where we munch and crunch into your pickles, jack in every episode, and do our very darndest to not ruin your your own life, I guess. And ours in the process.
That's like, yeah, it's a low bar. You'd be surprised sometimes that we don't meet it though.
We do not do that often, but we do give some genuine advice sometimes. Sometimes it's stupid, sometimes it's piss related, sometimes it's art. This time it's all 3. So I'm gonna get into. You're not gonna believe this.
First one.
Chrome is gone.
Oh my God.
It's not here. Oh, I found it. Okay. This one, I can't even believe I have to add music to it. The subject is just all the space in between, which is our podcast name. So there's that. The sender's name is PP. And the email just goes, ignore the username, but what's your opinion on the old trend where cats wore bread on their face? That's it. There's no sign off. There's no anything.
There was no hello. There was no goodbye.
There's no hey.
There was just a simple and quick request to ignore the username, which we ignored. Their username is PP. And they wanted to know our opinion on the old trend where cats wore bread on their face.
You and I didn't talk about this before.
Wouldn't it be funny if we were like virulently against it?
Or like one was super for, one was super against. It turns into this huge debate.
We break up.
All live on the show. And then I still have to edit and post it. I edit and post the episode for some reason. Okay. Who's going to state their opinion first on this topic? This is why we're not going to get to the 3rd question, because I'm going to spend too long on this stupid fucking email. Heads or tails, hon?
Heads or tails?
Heads or tails, go.
Heads.
You got tails, meaning I'm answering first.
Okay.
I remember liking it at the time, but it's like old internet now. It's super corny. Like if that became a thing now, I'd be super embarrassed. And looking back, I'm kind of embarrassed that was just a trend.
My opinion's similar, but not quite the same. Which is that I like that it happened then. If I look at pictures from then, I have a little giggle in my heart and a smile in my soul. I do. I have to admit it. But if I see someone doing it now today, it's not very funny anymore. It's bad.
Do people do it today?
People do it. Yeah, people still definitely
that sucks.
do it, I think.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
It's not funny at all.
Not to wild internet acclaim, but they'll do it. Yeah.
Someone just goes viral. Is on Ellen for doing it in a week.
Hasn't that happened before? We've talked about something and the next day, it was about wiping your dick after you pee.
Yeah.
We talked about it, and like the next week, it was all that Twitter was talking about.
Yeah, we do have that power sometimes as an inspirational, influential podcast that we are. Tons of listeners. We do sometimes manifest things like that. We manifested Twitter to start talking about wiping your dick. Which was really weird.
It was really out of nowhere.
So let's put our mental energy together right now. Close your eyes.
Okay.
Close them.
All right.
And just think about Breadcat. Really think about it. Bring Breadcat back. Now let's see if we could see somebody like just randomly posting about it on our feed or something.
Okay. We'll see. This is a social experiment.
Yeah, we're going to see if we're actually like psychic to some degree or if this podcast has any kind of pull like that.
Yeah.
Let's move on to an actual question.
A real one.
Yeah.
That was just a warm-up, baby.
That was just a joke to me. Your email was a joke to me.
I think it was a joke to them as well, which is the thing.
Where I'm laughing at you. Like, good.
All right, am I reading the next one?
Yes.
This one, do you hear that noise I just made?
Yeah, was that your nose?
It was my throat.
It's creepy.
It sounded like a duck.
Yeah, there's a duck in your throat.
Excuse you. This one is called Dumb of Ass, Bag of Piss, and Pure of Heart.
Nice.
And it goes, okay, so I have a piss story for you that until previously I'd pushed back because who the hell shares piss stories? Oh wait. Hi Billy, hi Mitch, how are y'all? I'm bad at intros, so I'm just gonna nosedive in. So, 2019, I go to a pup concert. They're a Canadian punk band. For anxiety reasons, I googled their genre and someone called them a punk quartet, and I didn't know how to feel about that. Anyway, because this was a punk concert, I couldn't convince anyone to go with me. So, soon as I got off work, I drove myself the hour or so to San Fran. And about halfway through, I realized I had to pee so bad. So I was desperately trying not to piss myself while also trying to find the parking garage. I finally got parked and was like, I need to pee so bad. So I had to do the awkward folded over waddle, hoping no one saw me, looking for signs of a bathroom in the car park. And eventually I was like, I gotta cut my losses. Either I find something to pee in or I piss my pants in public. And I wasn't about to go to a concert in pissed pants. The stress I felt while scrounging around that car was that of when a teacher is counting down the time limit of a test. The only disposable thing I could find was one of those plastic produce bags that you get at the grocery store. So yes, inside my car, in a parking garage, I peed into a bag. And then when I took the shameful walk to throw it out, I passed a family, and I don't know if they knew, but I felt like they knew. It felt like they knew that I was carrying a bag of my own piss. Besides that, the concert was great. I got to crowd surf, and it was my first real mosh pit, which was especially great since most of the other people were big men, and I was but a pinball being thrown around. Also, while driving home, I realised that I got a concussion from bonking into someone's elbow. Don't drive when you're concussed. Anyway, I hope you guys have a day as handsome as you both are.
Aww.
Thank you for creating such lovely art and for having such a crisp podcast. With love, this person's name. Then
This is my favorite bit of the whole email.
there's a PS that says, if you're still doing the stinky bit, have you considered the following for branding? brokenimage.png, brokenimage.png.
This is so funny that I'm actually going to put her in the show. I'll put it right here. Right there. Look at that. This is so funny to me. Like, P.S., huh? Ever considered this? Two broken images.
Ever thought of this?
Just two broken PNGs in a row. All right, I'm gonna take it out. That's just like my exact style of humor. Is that right there? I don't know what it is. It's just perfect to me for some reason.
Have you all considered this? Dunk.
It just feels like being dunked on. You know, just nope, not gonna work.
Just a quick little sidebar. You wanna know something fun that I did?
Yeah.
You know when you do something wrong on a Mac and it makes the noise, it's like dunk,
Yeah.
dunk. I changed that noise on mine to the sound of a frog.
What? That's so fun.
If you go into the sound settings, it's got like, oh, do you want a beep? Do you want a funky guitar sound? Do you want a frog? I was like, frog.
A frog?
I want a frog.
Frog was one of the default sounds?
Frog is just on there. It's just a
Huh.
little, it's not like it's just a very short frog sound. But now whenever I make a mistake, it brings me joy because I get to hear a frog sound.
Just trying to make mistakes on purpose.
Yeah. I'm fucking up a lot recently.
PS2.
PS2, here is a photo of my plant Chester. Not related to anything. I just think he's neat and wanted to share.
I have a Chester right here in the YouTube video. And
There he is.
Not much to look at here, so I'm going to take Chester away. Right here.
Yeah, that's a
we
green
go.
pothos plant, I think. I think I bought you a similar one.
You did for my birthday.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's quite a gift for a birthday for a partner. It was bold of you.
Like, great. You gave me a responsibility.
Yeah,
that's
that's
what you
awesome.
gave me. Thanks.
We've only been
Great.
together for literally years. What is Mitch into? Yeah, he's really good at watering plants. It's like, no, I'm not. Of course I kill plants right and left. Why would you do this to me?
Well, I got you flowers before that.
I know.
I wanted to get you something different. I didn't want to be predictable.
It was a cute gift.
Thanks.
And it's still alive.
Now that's the real miracle of love.
Well, not really, because apparently these things are just like really easy to tend to.
They're really hard to kill.
They're
which is actually why I picked
notoriously
that
good
you,
for
yeah.
people who have like not green thumbs.
Something about you. Actually, I think something about your Instagram feed in particular. There's a lot of greenery on it.
It makes me seem like I have a green thumb for sure.
I think, it makes people get this impression of you that you're like a good, as the kids say, plant dad.
Yeah.
It's misleading.
I'm not a plant daddy.
No.
So get out of my DMs about it. No, I don't know about fertilizer. I'm not done, sorry. I don't know about fertilizer.
Stop.
I don't know about tending to your little fiddle leaf.
You little
No, I won't fiddle your little leaf. Get out of my fucking DMs.
Okay.
I think I'm done.
On to the question. Actually, this wasn't a question.
This was a story.
This was a story, I
story.
guess. This was a story, but I want to discuss the story.
Uh-huh.
First of all, of course, we'd never reveal anyone's identity on this podcast.
That being said,
However, we do know who this person is.
we know who this person is because they're an active part of the Discord.
They are, yeah.
But I won't say who. In fact, people within the Discord can discuss it amongst themselves. Who do you think
Fight
pissed
amongst
in a
yourselves.
bag?
Take a vote. Start a tally chart.
We recognize the name. We love the person.
Yeah.
And when we saw the name, we're like, oh, this person sent in a question. We know of them. Their question's actually quite pissy. So we might actually have to use it in the show. So, okay, the second time that we read that, which was just now, I noticed something I didn't read the first time. They pissed in one of those plastic produce bags that you get at the grocery store. I was imagining a grocery bag.
Yeah.
I was imagining a grocery bag the whole time, but it's just
like
one
a
of
white
those.
grocery bag?
Yes, exactly.
I know. No, this is a transparent bag.
This is a transparent bag that you just put
you put a broccoli in.
Exactly. You
Yeah.
put broccoli or a cucumber inside of, you know?
You put
Any
a whole
produce.
pound of nutritional yeast in it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Those bags you pissed in. That's funny to me. When I was imagining you pissing in a grocery bag, it's also funny, but I was concerned because the grocery bag, I'm like, I don't think it can hold water. You know? I don't think it could hold a liquid, but
I don't think those are watertight. Yeah.
this produce bag, I think is a little bit better at holding liquid, but it's completely transparent.
It's completely transparent.
It's a little bit cloudy,
and
but you can see the color of what's
much
inside of it.
Thinner, you know?
That's what I was going to say. It's horrifyingly thin.
It's so thin.
It's too thin.
You've essentially made a water balloon, you know? Is what you've done.
Throws it at the kid that they're walking by when the family walks by. See ya. I'm going to a punk concert. Splash.
That would be very punk.
No, okay, so if I'm just holding the bag, I'm like holding it out in front of me. I don't know why I'm holding it like I just won a goldfish at a fair, you know, but I'm just like holding it in front of me like that to like try and get it away from me. And I'm just walking through a parking lot. Granted, you're like several towns away from where you live probably. This family, you're never going to see them again.
Yeah.
I'm so concerned with how thin this bag is.
It's terrifyingly thin.
If it were nighttime, I'd have just pissed in the garage.
That's
in like
what
the
I was
parking garage,
thinking.
just on the floor. I'd have just pissed on the floor. I'd just been like, it's an emergency. I don't want to do this. How did you piss in your car in a bag?
In a bag. The logistics of it.
I would just accidentally try and hold it from the bottom and just lift up all the pee out, you know?
Just
Spill it.
squeeze it.
Yeah.
Like that. You know that Twitter account that's like grabbing food with force?
Oh, yeah.
Just grabbing it so hard.
Grabbing the piss bag with force. Do you think you could piss in a car in a bag like that?
Do I think I could? Yes. Do I think I would? For a prize?
You think you could? Yeah, well, show me. Show it to me. I'm ready to do a little TikTok dance about it. Do you think you could? Without spilling it? A produce bag?
A fucking there's not even any handles on that.
Nothing.
There's no handles.
What do you do? How do you do it?
The talent of you. Look, I don't know. I don't know.
Fuck it, I'm making them a mod. This is way better than any of our mods can do. Of course, this person needs to be a mod immediately.
The sheer unique talent of this.
Imagine you're walking with this thing, right? You're just walking. Like, it's so thin that I'd be afraid of it, like, springing a leak.
Yeah.
You know, this thing, like, springs a leak and it just starts just, like, kind of...
peeing itself.
Itself, but onto your chest, onto your shirt or something like that.
Oh, no.
Like, if you think pissing your pants is bad, imagine pissing your shirt. You walk up to the Pup concert, you've accidentally pissed your chest.
To be honest, of all the places to smell of piss...
Punk shows, there's like 4 other people there that smells
Punk
like
shows,
pee.
you're going to blend in more than anywhere else,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, other than like maybe a mother-baby group. Like, but a punk show... Yeah, there's at least a few other people there.
If you could go to the mosh pit smelling like pee. In fact, in the mosh pit, they're not even going to know who it is. They're going to be like, someone here smells like pee, and it's like a free-for-all.
Someone's peed in the pit. And it's become a slip and slide.
We got to empty it out, yeah. Hold on, someone's peed in the pit. They got to clean it all. Sorry, everyone.
They got to get what's it called? A Zamboni.
What's a Zamboni?
It's the thing that cleans the ice hockey.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Perfect.
See, they're a Canadian punk band, so
Sorry.
it's a joke for the Canadians.
I'm not much of a Canuck myself. I don't know what a Zamboni is.
Why wouldn't you just piss on the floor?
Why wouldn't you piss on the floor of the parking lot?
The bag seems worse to me. The
What if it
bag
was,
seems
like,
less sanitary.
Really sterile parking lot, just well lit. Like a doctor's office. You could see everything. They're like, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I'd have peed anywhere.
I don't know.
I'd have just...
I don't know.
But yeah, bag piss. You did it. I love it. It's great.
You did it. It's been immortalized in podcast form. Your story's been told, and now you can move on from it.
Let's use this as a jumping off point, now that we have a little bit of time before our last question, to talk about the Discord a little bit. The Wishing album, it's done. It's on Bandcamp. You know what I was meaning to fucking show you, actually?
What?
Hold on. I gotta find it on my fucking desktop. You just sit tight. You sit right there, 'cause I'm
You're
pissed
going to
off.
show me right now?
Yeah, I'm gonna show you
while
right
we're
now.
recording a podcast?
I'm pissed off at you. I'm gonna show you something. Hold on. Damn it, where is it? Oh, did I accidentally delete it? No, it's right here. Okay. Check this out. I'm gonna text you something right now, and then I'm gonna put it on the show.
Okay. I can't believe that this can't wait till after we're recording.
No,
you need to show me during the...
It's relevant, okay?
Okay.
Remember how badly you wanted to do a Halloween episode?
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
So I'm gonna put this shot in right here into the YouTube video.
Oh no.
We ran out of space on our Libsyn account, by the way, because somebody wanted to do a Halloween episode so fucking bad. We only get a certain amount of space per month. So when
we
something
get about 4 episodes worth per month.
4 episodes. So we squeezed in an extra episode, and I thought nothing about it up until it was time to upload it, and it wouldn't let me. Until I paid $10. We were right at the end of what we... And if we had just waited till Sunday, like when the next episode was going to go up...
Yeah, then it would have been fine.
Our storage, usage would have started over, because it rolls over every month.
Yeah.
But because we wanted to squeeze your one Halloween episode in, that was a day before.
I insisted on putting it up early.
It's the 31st, so it goes up one day before. That Halloween episode actually cost us $10 to put up. Or, no, I'm sorry. It cost me. It cost me $10.
I offered to PayPal you $5. I offered you.
It cost me $10 to put it up. Isn't that funny?
It is funny.
It's
funny that we're losing money actively on this.
On this podcast.
I know we're continually losing money kind of passively, just by, spending time and effort on it, not getting any direct revenue in return.
But this was a straight
losing money.
$10
This
here.
was actively losing.
If you want your episode up, $10. Plus, it costs a monthly thing to have the Libsyn anyway. To have a website, to have all those things.
Yeah.
So, that is actually a perfect transition. We talked about your Patreon last time. We're going to talk about mine a little bit, because we talk a lot about the Discord. The Discord is a fun little place. Now, all of October, I admit, I was not in the Discord at all because I was working on the Wishing album. It's done. If you go to wishing.bandcamp.com, you can listen to our latest release called A Giant Explosion Far Away. It'll be on Bandcamp. I'm sorry, it'll be on, sorry, I'm face planning right now. I'm so tired. It'll be on Spotify and all of the streaming platforms eventually, kind of soon. But the Discord, I wasn't in there for a while because I was working on that album. But now that it's done, I'm all up in there. We are chatting. We're in the voice chat. We're having fun. We're doing a bunch of stuff in there, and I love it. I really do love the Discord a whole lot. And if you're listening to this and thinking, I don't know if I should join it yet, check this out. It's fucking you. You go to my Patreon. Yeah. It's patreon.com/flatsound. Pick any tier. Don't make up a tier and say, I want to give him $7.50 or $2.25. Pick one of the tiers because that's how you get access to the Discord server. You get instant access right away. And it's not even $1 per month. It's not even that. It's $1 per project. Meaning every time I send out a newsletter, which actually costs me money, I charge everybody for that thing. So you can be on the $1 tier, have access to the Discord, and not even be charged once a month. It's $1. If you want to support Flat Sound and everything that we do on the podcast, as well as just the art, all of this art and all of the content that we do, patreon.com/flatsound to get instant access to the Discord and join us sometime because it is a lot of fun. My favorite thing that we did recently is that you and I, this is when they were counting all the election results recently, were just kind of nervous pacing. We were just kind of like, oh, Nevada, come on. Are you looking at Georgia right now? This is insane. And that's all I was doing. I was like, I can't do this. So we go into the Discord and we're like, hey, does anyone want to just like vibe in the group chat? And you and I were in there for, was it 9 hours?
I was in there for 7 hours.
I think I was in there for closer to 8 or 9.
And then I left, I think it was about 7.5 hours, and I left at like 4:30 a.m. my time. You were in there for, about 9.
We just chill and sit and we talk and we tell stories and we tell jokes and we're just hanging out, and it's so fun. I love online really interaction. I love it when it's good. I hate social media. There's something special about Discord, though. Discord feels more like an old school chat room. It feels more exact. Social media is so public. It's for everybody. It's in front of everybody. It's for likes. I hate social media. Discord is something special. Old forum boards, old chat rooms, that was special to me. That was my upbringing in the internet era. That's me when I was young. Having Discord be a thing that's popular again, or at least somewhat popular, I love it. I'm a part of multiple Discord servers. My friend Jordan has one where we watch movies every Friday night. I love it. So if you want to be a part of the Flat Sound one, please. There are a lot of people there that listen to the podcast, obviously, because we're always promoting it on here. Patreon.com/flatsound. Pick one of the tiers. Be a part of the Discord. And if you want to be a part of the newsletter tier, I might be sending one out this very month. I don't know if I'll actually have time, though. But consider it. It's very cool. I was even considering a thing where it's like, I really want to like just do a newsletter just for the sake of like using some of the money to just boost the server to level 3. Yeah. Which is fucking expensive. It literally, so much. If you don't have the Nitro discount and you're already not boosted at all, it costs it's like $1,500 a year. It's like $1,000-something a year to do that shit. That is so expensive, dude. I can't believe it. But like using the Patreon money to do that, I think it'd be cool. And then everybody would get higher streaming quality. Everybody would get massive file uploads. It would just be really cool. So I've been thinking about it. Plus we get like more emojis and stuff like that. Plus we get a cool banner. I don't know. I love Discord. I've been loving my time there. I played Smash. I stayed up till like 5 a.m. playing Smash there recently. Love it, love it, love it. Join the Discord. Yes. Patreon.com/flatsound. Pick one of the tiers. Join it if you want to. Come hang out with us. Don't be weird. That's the one rule. You got to just not be problematic. You got to not be weird to me. But if you can manage to not be weird to me, it's a super, super cool place.
Yes. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I think that's it.
Good. Good. Thank God.
I fucking dragged on, bro. What the fuck?
No, it was a good plug. I begrudgingly have to admit that I also love the Discord.
I love the Discord. I love the people there. They're cool.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have a good time there.
One of these piss bags are from Discord right now.
Very true.
It's a cool little community. Am I reading the last question? Because we got to burn through it, baby.
Let's go for it.
This one is called The Frog Art Thief. And it goes, "What is up, I'm going to try and pronounce this. Bitchy Please hold while I jack in. Cool. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, I have a problem that's been driving me crazy since roughly mid-July. So I am currently a sophomore at an art college. It's great. Most of the people I've met are amazing, and I even met my current partner, and I'm so happy with them. I am majoring in ceramics, and that's all well and dandy. Now my issue arrives with the person that goes to my school who is completely 100% plagiarizing and making profit off of it. So this person, let's call them Carl. Over the summer, Carl starts posting about his online store that they're working on getting up and going for their art. And I'm like, cool, go you, sell your art. So they get it all set up and start posting the stuff that they're selling. And it's these little illustrations that are all available on different items, i.e. hats, shirts, bags, etc. But anyways, I see one of these designs and I instantly recognize it as something that I saw well over a year ago on Tumblr or something. And Carl literally traced this design and then changed the clothes on it and is now selling it. Now, the original design is definitely not popular at all, so it's clearly easy to get away with, but Carl goes to art school. During orientation, we had a 2-hour lecture on plagiarism. So my question is, how do I tell Carl that I know what they've done? I'm not close with them at all, but I have been to their apartment once, and they always compliment my art, and I always have positive interactions with them, but I feel like I'm nowhere near close enough with them to call them out without it seeming like I'm out to get them. And then they actually attach the two. I've not decided, we have not talked about whether or not we're including these or not, but the first attached frog is the one that I found forever ago, and the second one is the one that Carl is selling. Now, look at the face and tell me that they didn't just digitally trace this shit. Later, skater.
Okay. So we don't know if we're putting these in the video yet, because it could, I don't know.
I feel like people could reverse search image this.
And yeah.
Do you want to try to reverse search image it and see if anything comes up?
I already tried, but you can't do it natively from Gmail.
You can't. Fuck.
No.
Well, how do we do this? Okay, hold on a second. This will just take a second. I'll download it. I'll go to images.googie.com.
Googie.com.
I'll search by image. I'll upload an image. Put in my banking info.
My social security.
My soch, which I...
No, I do need to read that aloud so I can remember it.
Of course, it's an all blank keyboard. I have to read it aloud. These are Cherry MX Brown switches. Dude, I can't fucking... It didn't go in order in my downloads folder, so unfortunately... Did I save it to my desktop? Where is it? I can't fucking find it. Jesus Christ, this is a nightmare. Can I drag and drop it? I can... Okay, cool. Thank you, Google. I can drag and drop it. Okay. It doesn't come up.
Okay.
Do you think it's safe to post?
I'm nervous, but what am I nervous for? Because this person's already stolen
a fucking
art.
Plagiarist. Yeah.
Maybe we should just post just the head of the frog and then just the head of his frog. Because that's the bit where they're like, look at the face and tell me that
for sure. Okay, we'll post the full image of the thing. It's just a really low res version of something posted on Tumblr. This is very Tumblr style, and it is right here. There you go. This is a cute drawing.
This is a cute line drawing.
I
of
love
the
this
frog's
drawing.
Head. Yes.
This is good stuff. Now we're gonna just crop the head of this other illustration, and it looks like this.
That's the same fucking frog.
Side by side in the video.
That's the same fucking frog,
the same
my friend.
Frog. It's a trace.
Frog.
It's a digital trace.
I'm
even
flicking back and forth, and this is the same man.
This is the same guy. I've seen him before on Tumblr.com.
And this is a very Tumblr.com kind of drawing as well. It's very cute. It's a line drawing. He's wearing a fine little t-shirt. In the next photo, the plagiarizer Carl has put him smoking a cigarette, which you don't The frog
don't do
could
that
do
to
you for
frogs.
libel.
Yeah,
just for that,
don't do that to
you
frogs.
know?
I've
No.
never seen a frog smoke a fucking cigarette.
You would put a frog inside you put a frog inside a cigarette.
You'd smoke a frog. You would
smoke
smoke a frog?
Bro, you smoke a frog? That's fucked up.
It's fucked up, man. You need to go to jail for that. What were you trying to say?
Anyway, I was gonna say, you would put a cigarette in a frog's hand.
Oh yeah,
That's terrible. But so there's no question about
Dude,
this person.
I'm going back and
this.
forth.
Yeah.
It's come on. It's a trace. It's a trace.
It is a trace, but I am so impressed with this person's memory that they saw this drawing by someone on their course and they were like, I know him.
Yeah,
I saw this three years ago from a reblog on tumblr.com.
Yeah, like you're in art school majoring in ceramics. It's like maybe you should like major in like art appraisal or some shit because like you have an eye for this shit.
This is a forgery.
Yeah, this is not authentic. No, you know what the fuck? You closed your eyes and went, I scrolled past this 3.5 years ago on Tumblr.
It was the 12th of January.
And then you turned around and found the image? That's just some low-res version of this image? How did you find this?
How did you find him? This is some sleuth work that you've done to find this. It's funny when, well, it's not funny. It's terrible.
It's hysterical.
Obviously. But it's funny when people plagiarize things and it's just, it's just for their personal art account and we've had this problem before.
Yeah.
Where someone's like, oh, I've got a friend who's an artist. They steal, blah, blah, blah. They redraw people's art.
Right.
It's especially funny to do it in art school.
Art school is so, it's like, why are you there?
Why are you here?
Why are you there right then? You just
what
learn to do the art.
Huh?
Carl, what is this? We found out, Carl.
It's also like, it's not like you copied, an intricate fucking medical diagram. This is a cartoon line art of a frog. You couldn't come up with your own cartoon line art of a frog? Like, get out of art school, dude.
Yeah, oh my god, bro. Like, just find any picture of a frog as a reference, because this is just one of those classic, like, wobbly drawings that kind of looks like a realistic frog, Mm-hmm. Pick another reference photo and wobble draw that shit. It's completely fucking, it's the reference photos are fine. And also, like, there are varying degrees to stuff like this. Like, look, a good example to give is the Valerian t-shirt, right? Mm-hmm. I trace a lot of my fucking shit. Like the classic Mitch drawing of me sulking in my hands is a trace of a photograph of myself, right? It's a digital trace. Now I do it in like a different way where I'll actually trace it and then I'll create like a vector of that thing, and it's this whole longer process and it looks a lot better to me. But I do that to photos of myself. The sleep illustration is an old photo of me. And then I created the illustration based on that. And then even the Valerian t-shirt is this fucking trace that I worked super, super hard on. And it's this old medical fucking drawing of the Valerian plant or something that's been like out of copyright. Yeah, for fucking ever, So we put it on merchandise. And also we worked super hard on trying to like invert it for black t-shirts and, like doing the whole thing. But I never claimed to like even with stuff like that, I'm just like, oh yeah, it's this old fucking medical drawing or something like that. I made it look a little bit cooler, but it's still what it is. And again, it's it's in the public domain.
And also you're not claiming to be an illustrator.
No, I'm not going to art school to be a fucking illustrator. So even with that, that's the closest thing I could relate to is being like, look, I'm not that fucking good at drawing. But I have this style that I'm going for and I want to achieve it like this. But you do it within, your own moral compass, Like, you have a moral compass. It guides you. I couldn't imagine being like, yeah, this is just an artist on Tumblr. I saw this existing living artist doing this now. I'm going to fucking trace that. And then I'm going to sell that for money. Fuck off. That's not how it works. That's not how any of this shit works.
No. Someone in my class when I was in art school did some plagiarism.
Ooh.
And we had a big talk about plagiarism on my photography course. It wasn't an art course, it was just photography, so everyone there was just doing that medium. But it being photography, the plagiarism talk they gave us was all about like the written aspect of our work.
Ah,
They're
okay.
like, don't copy and paste things. Make sure you source everything properly. This, the quotes can only be this long. Write your own shit,
Yeah.
And they went through being like, look, we know if you do it. We've got all these like, fancy programs that compare it to millions of sources. We will instantly know if you do it. But they didn't say anything about plagiarizing photographs necessarily much. Because I guess they just assumed that we wouldn't.
Yeah. Well, you're a photographer. You don't have to plagiarize that. Someone actually did.
And not even in the way that like this person traced another photo.
They took
another
someone
drawing.
else's like existing photos.
They literally just pulled Google images.
Oh my
and
God.
were just like, here it is. It's mine. It's like,
Why
huh?
are you in art school? I feel like you have to actually have something in your brain that like tells you this is fine and okay.
They weren't even like images that it would be. They were like images of like a garden. It's like you couldn't have taken pictures of it wasn't like a fucking high concept fashion shoot or
Right.
something. It's like you couldn't have done like it, but again, it was really funny because they got caught out like immediately. The teachers were like, we didn't want to bring it up in the middle of class, but we do know that you plagiarized these.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I guess I just thought that we wouldn't do it, but people do it in art school, and it's like, I don't know, did you run out of time? I don't know. It seems like it would have taken an equal amount of time to steal these images than to just take your own.
Just take the pics, yeah.
But really funny. Really
That
funny
is
when
so
people do
fucking
this.
funny. Yeah, I don't. Okay, you and I have had. In fact, the reason we're answering this email is because we're literally talking about this exact thing yesterday. Yesterday we were talking about this
Yes.
exact shit because we'll talk about it all the time. It's not uncommon for people who start online shops, people who just like to want to be into e-commerce and to be an artist. They're not always exclusive things. I'm sorry.
No.
They're not. What am I trying to say? They're
not.
sometimes exclusive. What?
Yeah.
What am I trying to say? They're not. You're not always.
Not
both.
everyone wants to do both.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sometimes a person just wants to run a shop and they don't really have an artistic vision. In fact, that's a lot more common than you think it is. And then as well, sometimes a person is just an artist and they don't know how to fucking run an online shop. Well, we all can't be so gifted as me. But I've come across multiple people. I think of a few in my mind, just like during the, Tumblr was still around. There was this one girl that I fucking, I got a match on Tinder and they were into e-commerce stuff. They were, I run my own shop. I'm my own business person. I'm my own boss. I run 2 different shops online. I do this or that, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, sick. That's so cool. So I swiped on them. We matched. We started talking. And immediately this person is just admitting openly like, oh, okay, well, my first shop is just a fulfillment service. So I'm not really doing anything, which is fine. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. Especially if that's how you sell your art. If you don't have time to ship out your own stuff, there's a lot of good print-on-demand fulfillment services that you can do. The other one was this other thing, and it was even further from that. It was called what's it called? It's called FBA. I think it's Fulfillment by Amazon, and that's when you just buy like 100 of the same generic toaster, and then you send it over to Amazon, and then you're in charge of writing your own description that'll just lie to people and say this toaster uses this technology to do this, and you're just like swindling people. and then you pay a certain amount of money so that your toaster comes up first when a person says toaster on Amazon. They'll maybe buy yours. You'll maybe get your money back. I hate that shit. But then I was like, okay, we don't have that in common. Okay, that's okay. We're all trying to get money. That's fine. That's how you want to do it. That's fine. Tell me about the actual shop itself. And it was just like one of those corny shops that just had fucking t-shirts on it that are like pizza is bae, and then just like a drawing of a pizza, And I was like, oh damn, this shit kind of sucked, but okay. I'm on Tinder, so I'm at least a little horny. I'm just okay. Yeah, this is fine to me.
I'm like to let more. I'm willing to let
lenient.
more slide than
Yeah,
usual.
I'm pretty lenient there because I'm all shaky and hard. So I'm texting this person, and I'm just like, I'm like letting a lot slide. Like, ooh, the toaster. Oh, okay. Okay, you're lying to people about what a blender does. That's okay. That's okay. That's fine. That's okay. And then I was like, "What? Yeah, hey. But how do you what about the illustrations on this stuff? Are you an illustrator?" No, I just find that stuff on Tumblr.
Yeah.
What? That's not even yours? Dude, if you're an what the fuck?
So if you're not making the drawing, you're not making the shirts.
You're not
shipping
shipping the
out
shirts.
What are you doing?
You're a criminal at this point. I'm not a screen printer. Okay, that's fine. I'm not shipping the things. Okay, that's fine. I'm not really passionate on like what brand it goes on or anything like that. I'm not including little things.
Whatever.
Also-
like probably just the cheapest one.
I also didn't draw the thing on the shirt.
I did just steal it.
I did just pluck it from Tumblr, so it's a low-res JPEG blown up on a direct-to-garment little DTG shirt that's gonna fade in a couple weeks anyway, and I sell that for in exchange for people's hard-earned money. Oh, get the fuck out of here! Are you kidding me? I should call the police. What are you doing, dude? You're stealing from artists.
It's terrible. It's really, really bad.
I could never do it. I could never do that.
I found a Twitter. It must be a bot. That was under. I liked an illustration that someone did on Twitter by an artist, and overnight it kind of blew up. It got like a good few thousand likes overnight. And when this person only had like a couple hundred followers or something, so it's like massive exposure for them. And someone in the comments was like, "Oh my god, I would love to get this on a shirt." And the person responded and was like, "Oh my god, thank you so much. I'll try and get a shop set up tomorrow." And before they could set up a shop, this bot comes in saying, "Oh my god, I found the shirt." And it's a bot that searches out where people on Twitter say, "I'd love this on a shirt," grabs the image, puts it up on fucking Redbubble, and it's like, "Oh my god, I found it for you. Here it is." What the fuck?
Somebody coded that.
That is literally stealing money from that art. That artist could have made fucking bank off of that. Like, it blew up for someone who had like a few hundred followers, you know, like.
And they could have even put it on something, you know, nicer than some fucking Redbubble shirt too. You know, like they could have done something. There's
and like multiple people bought it before the artist could even see and be like, "This isn't me."
Yeah, what the fuck is? Oh, I found it. Because they went up there and just made it. Yeah, it's just some script written to fucking dude. It just that stuff blows my mind because it lacks integrity. You know, it's such a big fuck you to these artists that it's like, dude, that I don't get why these people running shops especially don't like. They don't recognize that's somebody's work just because you scrolled past. Like, it's bad enough that they didn't get credited on Tumblr probably, but it's not just in the public domain for you to make profit off of. What did you do? You didn't do anything.
No. It's terrible. It's awful.
It blows my fucking mind. So, with this person in particular, the frog art thief, Carl, yes, you did trace the head. It's not the biggest thing in the world. I'm looking at them again.
They changed it a bit. They did trace the head.
To trace, it's a traced
Carl
head.
Carl at least is not stealing images as directly as that. They're like, okay, I drew this. I did trace this part of it, though.
No. This is not as bad as just plucking some corny thing from Tumblr and then putting it on a t-shirt yourself. One that's just like printed and shipped from somewhere else anyway. And then you just sit back and go, kick your feet up and just start counting the money. Fuck off. Get the fuck away. That's like a person that's just like, they're like, hey, I have a cool, I don't know, let's say they started a Bandcamp page for exclusive playlists that they like a lot, put my music on it and started charging people to download it, you know?
Yeah.
Or they liked my song so much, they were like, I think people would really like this on vinyl, pressed it for me, and started selling. That's exactly what it is. I would be like, dog, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You're getting sued. Like that's what's happening. This isn't quite that, but it's close to that.
It's close to that. It's close to that because it's just like, dude, like if you're an illustrator, you should have at least these people who fucking run shops. It's like, okay,
They're
you're
not
not
artists.
into art,
They're not
whatever. You're a
illustrators.
capitalist scum,
Right.
fucking whatever. If you're an illustrator, it's like, do you want people stealing your shit?
Yeah.
Probably not, right? So, you think that would? I don't know.
Yeah, this whole picture that the person drew, there's like text above it. He drew the frog's wearing a different t-shirt. There's like a skateboard in it and stuff. He's smoking a cigarette. Let's say I came around, I took this exact drawing, I traced it digitally. I changed what type of t-shirt he's wearing. There's like, like a pack of cigarettes on it. I change it to a little fucking
Bong.
yeah, a bong or something. And I don't change anything about it other than that. Maybe I change the text on top or something. I put it in my shop and I start to fucking make money off it and I sell it as a t-shirt and stuff. How would this artist feel? They would see it and be like, what the fuck? That's mine. Nah, dude. Like that's not how it works. It's not the Wild West. An artist owns that fucking thing if they created it.
Yeah. But how do you approach
That's
someone
the
about
question.
that?
We were about to wrap up being like,
Man.
anyway, that was nuts. Peace. God, I forgot there was an actual question here. The question is, they're not close enough to them to like have a talk with them about it. I think it's even weirder if you are close. But at the
Yeah.
same time, I don't know, not really, because if I don't really know Carl that well, I'm not saying anything, bro. I'm telling other people about it, hoping someone says something, but like, I'm not going to be the fucking person that says anything.
I'm hoping it just becomes general knowledge so I don't have to do it like personally.
Yeah. Maybe try and find the original artist that drew this frog
Oh my god.
and just be like, hey, you should know about this.
That's a good method.
Maybe.
That's a good method.
Because this
But
person
finding
found
the original
this,
artist of
they're-
stuff is sometimes hard.
They're incredible at finding things. Maybe they can
That's true.
find the artist that made this original frog.
Yeah.
I wonder if I could find
that-
this frog.
That's a really smart answer. I didn't have one, and I'm really impressed with how smart your answer was.
Ah, look at this.
Did you find it?
Well, okay, the frog's t-shirt says, my tooth is hurting and I can't afford to fix it.
Relatable. Yeah.
And when I type that, Google completes the search for me saying, my tooth is hurting and I can't afford to fix a frog.
Oh my god.
So people might like this frog. This frog's already on t-shirts. God, this frog is already so stolen on like Redbubble and stuff.
Oh,
no, this poor artist.
This poor frog. I'm typing my tooth hurts and it's just like, and my face is swollen, and my dentist is closed, and my wife is cheating on me.
My tooth hurts and my wife is cheating on me. Which one sucks more? I guess the molar. There's literally already a Redbubble that you can just tell
my God,
isn't
there is.
made by this person, but it's just this frog on a sticker.
I can get him on a shower curtain.
Who drew this
Oh
frog?
god. Oh Jesus Christ. Also in the Google images there are some images of some gnarly teeth. So yeah.
Oh, well, I typed it in quotes, so I'm
Well, that
not
was
getting
smart
any
of
of
you.
that. Yeah.
That was very smart.
You know, this frog kind of looks like Hypnotoad a little bit. Sort of stole it from Hypnotoad.
Well, it also kind of reminds me of the Toad from Frog and Toad.
It does look like the Toad from Frog and
Because
Toad.
he looks like he's wearing kind of little tweed
Yeah.
trousers. I don't know. I know a lot of frogs. Not to brag. But I do know a lot of frogs.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
A funny way to reverse your advice might be to go to Carl and be like, "Oh my god, did you know that people are selling your design?"
Oh my
on
god,
Redbubble?"
someone stole this. Carl?
Carl,
What are you gonna do? No, I'm not taking no for an answer. I'm gonna march there. I'm gonna tell the teacher about it. Carl, we won't.
I'm gonna launch a full tribunal for you, Carl.
I'm making a Twitter account now to find justice for you. I can't believe someone's making. You're already
Justice
selling
for
this
frog.
T-shirt,
Yeah.
and someone on Redbubble was selling it 3 years ago. Carl,
Oh my god.
how did this happen? And Carl, look, I'm not gonna drop it. No, I'm not gonna drop it. You know what? You know why? Because I fucking hate plagiarists, Carl. I despise them, especially in art school.
Me.
These are scum of the earth, Carl. And so, no, I won't just stand and do nothing, Carl. I'm going to do everything to help you, Carl.
Oh my god.
That's what I would do.
Terrifying.
Another thing is, yeah, if I don't know Carl that well, I'm not going to fucking talk about it with Carl at all. I'm not going to do that. That's annoying. I'm not going to do that. I would just simply not bring it up, but I'd talk to other people about it. Yeah, like, don't you have like a partner? I would be gossiping about this. Mm-hmm. I'd be like, did you see this? I love to gossip. I talk shit constantly.
I know you do.
You don't even need to do anything bad. You don't even need to cross me. I'll just do it because it feels good when you feel bad. Is that weird? That can't be wrong.
Is there a German word for that? Yeah.
Is there? What's the German word for it?
Don't ask me to pronounce it.
What is it?
Schadenfreude.
Oh, I've never heard of that in my life.
It's
creepy when you said it.
Pleasure derived by someone from another person's misfortune.
Oh, yeah.
Schadenfreude.
No, if I were to pinpoint it, like really get into some therapy shit with me, I hate when people feel bad. Even if I despise the person, once they feel bad, I'm genuinely like, "Aw,
I'm out." Yeah.
I don't want you to feel bad. That's why I'll never I'm never trying to correct or fix anything, but I'm like, I'll only talk shit when someone is like, I genuinely think they're doing something like morally wrong. Mm-hmm. It's never just like, oh, look at her makeup or something.
Like lying to people about what a blender does on Amazon.
Right, exactly. If you're tricking someone, if I feel that you've maybe you're participating in a bit of tomfoolery, and it's at other people's expense, and especially if you're doing it in like a slimy way, that's where my moral line in the sand is. I never want
good line to have.
Yeah, I'm always just like, no, can you believe this person's doing it? But I'll never talk to them about it. I'll just talk to other people about it and be like, nah, I don't fuck with them for this reason. That shit sucks to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we've talked for over an hour now.
We'd like to do over hour episodes now. Have you noticed that?
Occasionally we will go off on one.
People love it when we're on one.
Weirdly, I think that's true.
I feel like you've been on one lately.
I have. I can't get off it. It's weird.
It's creepy.
It's horrible.
It's creeping me out. This has been All the Space Between. My name's Mitch.
My name's Billy. Thank you for listening. Do you think? Wait, before I say goodbye, do you think? Did I sound normal throughout this episode? Do you think? Especially in the p noises.
Oh, I get it. You're wearing a little gimp gag thing. No, I know what you're talking about. Billy broke her microphone right before recording.
Literally exactly before we started recording, I dropped my microphone on the floor and it snapped.
The pop filter snapped off of the microphone.
The pop filter snapped.
Yeah.
So it's being held up with sellotape and a sock.
A sock, literally.
Right now. And the sock, well, it is very close to my face. And it does smell a bit like a foot.
I've done a lot of like, here's the picture and stuff, and I'm going to put the picture of your fucking microphone in the sock right here in the YouTube video, and just so I don't... You can pause it here. We don't need to talk over it. I'm taking it away right now.
We're taking it away.
Yeah.
That's all you need to see of it.
Yeah. Your little sock was there.
It's held up with sellotape and a sock.
The sellotape was your idea. The sock was my idea.
It was,
You're like, I'll properly
saved it.
I'll properly fix it for next week, but for today, I only have some tape. I'm like, oh, another fine mess you've got us into, Billy Blossom. We're about to fucking podcast, and you've broken your microphone. And you're like, I can just do it without the pop filter. You could just do it without the... You're driving me crazy. You do it without the pop filter.
You do it without the fucking pop filter.
Ever heard of a plosive?
Who do you think we are?
Do you know what a plosive is? You're like, barely. No one knows what a plosive is, Mitch, and only you, because you're insane. No, I was like, absolutely. Yeah, you were like, I can fix it, but the pop filter is kind of leaning against the microphone. And I go,
Oh, honey. Oh, no.
oh, you're
Oh,
serious?
no.
No fucking way. We have a good sounding podcast, and I'm not gonna sacrifice that. Put a sock in it.
You're like, stuff a sock
Yeah.
into there right now.
I told you to put a sock in it.
And I did.
We'll see how it sounds. I think you're gonna sound fine. Just fix it for next week. And also,
I think so
Rode
too.
sells these pop filters. We could just do that again.
they do.
Or
They do.
or you could use this as an excuse for us to buy new microphones.
No.
Just as your fart.
No,
Look, they just released
Oh
the
my
new.
God.
It's like a baby
Don't tell
version
me about the
of the.
SM7.
Of
Don't
course,
tell me
of
about
course,
it.
it's the SM7B, but like the little baby version, but it's USB now. So we could both be
Yeah.
recording on what is essentially SM7Bs, but with a USB.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think you need to crank it as much because I think that they. I'd have to watch the podcasters review again, but it I think it sounds okay. It does look a little lame because it says "Sure" really big on the side of it. But then again,
Yeah.
this microphone we just posted says
This
Rode,
says Rode really big.
on
It's
the-
staring at me
but on the
all
pop-
episode long.
but on the pop filter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which I could take off. I'll say it again. I could take the pop filter off.
You could also just replace it with another pop filter. I think they make generic versions of this pop filter that are like black and blank.
Well, now I'm tempted.
Well, I'd like one that just has our logo on it. Can we make that a trend? Everybody that
Custom.
has a Rode NT USB, they've like recently like stopped making these too, which is funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, they moved on to the Mini, which is actually cheaper and has a very similar sound. If you're looking for a good intro USB microphone, Rode makes the NT USB Mini now. It's only about $100.
Just some secret podcast advice,
Yeah,
Riley.
it's really great. Ours was like $200 each, right? Something around that. 170.
Yeah. Mine was in pounds, but it was like over £100. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Anyway, thank you guys so much for listening. I guess I'll do this part. We are. How do you do this? We're an advice podcast, and if you have questions that you want us to answer on the show, you want us to crunch it into your little kosher dill pickles not live on the show. We will do so for no money at all if you just send us a quick little email at
All the space in between at gmail.com. And you're already listening to the show,
No, I
so
gotta go
you
to the
damn
website.
know
I
where
gotta go to
you
the
can
website.
find us. You know where you can find us. But in case you want to tell other people where they can find us,
very
perhaps,
easy. It's all the space.
you could direct them to.
Sorry, all the space in between .com. Again, Apple Music. What? No, we're not. Apple Podcasts. We're on Spotify. We're on a website. We're on YouTube. We're on Deezer. We're on
Apple Podcasts.
We're on
We're on
Apple.
Spotify Podcasts. We're on YouTube Podcasts.
We're on YouTube Podcasts. We're on iHeartRadio. Do you think we're on iHeartRadio?
I don't know.
Do you think we're
No
on?
one will ever know.
Do you think we're on Pandora? I don't know if we're on Pandora. Thank you guys so much for listening. New episodes every Monday. We'll talk to you next time.
Bye.
Bye bye.